Welcome to HTML4 video series. This is part 17, and in this we are going to close off the table by looking at the maintenance part. So what do we do in maintenance? Mostly we have some special attributes like height, width, alignment, v-alignment, colspan and rowspan. Mostly this is used when you want to shuffle a structure or do something, so I am going in table 17 and I have my HTML, which you can see right here. Okay, so this is what the last look we had, right? So I'm going to start with height and width, right? So I can go like width, let's start with width, and I'll say width is equal to, I can go like, as I know the structure of the table is 50%, so I can go with width like something as like this, 20%. Okay. So I'm saying my width should be 20, and in the end it should be 10, right? Or I can keep it 5 if I want, and I can occupy more space for the first name. Alt Fs. Now as you can see, the structure what you're looking at is a bit different right now. When I do the refresh, what's gonna happen is things gonna shuffle. This guy is gonna take more space, this guy is gonna take 20%, and this guy is gonna take very less space, and the calculation will be done. So as you can see, right, 25%, 20% and 5%. But the change what we have done at the TD level, okay, so my point is it affects all the columns which for which you're making the changes. If you are changing this to some percent and this to some percent, it automatically affects the following ones as well. So you need to be very careful when you are applying the change. And this is just an example what I'm trying to show you over here. This is not the recommended way to do this stuff, but this is just an attribute sometimes you need to know. Alright, next thing, let's talk about height. Height is equal to, let's say I'm going to go by 200, and let's hit Alt Fs and let's see what happens. As you can see, when I do the 200, every column gets, the whole row gets affected, right? So as you can see, this is not what can I say, a very good figure I need to present in here, but you need to understand sometimes it is okay to use this. What my point is over here in presentation is, what I'm trying to project in here is like, this top row is my header, right? So what I want to do is I want to present as a bit big, but big in the sense like it should be a reasonable deal, not very ugly. So now 50 looks okay. So you can figure out like, okay, this guy is taking a huge space, and these guys going to be bold in fonts, so they present the headers, and rest all are the data part, right? So likewise you can use the height, but again, using height over here is not the way. CSS is the only way to control the height, widths, and other attributes, right? We are just getting familiar with these attributes. Next we are going to look at the colspan and rowspan. Okay, so what is colspan? When I say colspan, means I want to occupy some space. So if I'm in here and if I'm saying colspan is equal to, let's say I'm saying 3, okay, and I'm hitting Alt Fs and I'm coming here, so you can see what just happens. As you can see, these two guys have completely moved out, and the space of these two guys has been taken by this guy, right? So this is not making any sense. So in order to make this more senseful, what I can do is I can go here and I can delete this guy, and I can say this guy is heading, right? And now if I come here, if I hit refresh, so you can see, you say, alright, that makes sense. Now I don't need to present the first name, last name and all, because there are some cases people knows Bond is the first name, Jovi is the last name, and 39 is the age sometimes. But this is just an example of, there are times where you need to occupy the whole row or the whole column, right? So we have captured the complete row by using a colspan. So the same way, if I want to go, I can go, oops, I lost my data. Where is it? I need to get back my data. Oopsie. Copy. Let me go back there and let me hit Control V. You guys choo outie, and backspace. Okay, first name, last name. This guy should be last name, and this guy should be an H. Alright, let's hit F5 and see where we are. We are back where we just left, right? Alright, so now next thing, I want to capture the whole, the column part. So I'm going to use the row span. So what I will say is, I'm going to use the row span is equal to, now over here 1, 2, 3 and 4, and including this guy as, yes, 4 is the correct answer. So row span is equal to 4, Alt Fs, and let me hit refresh. Well, nothing happened. What just happened? Row span, idiot. Row span. Okay, Alt F5, and I'm sorry, it has to be 5 because the total count is 5 rows. Alt Fs, let's go back, let's hit F5, and we have covered the complete thing. Okay, you have completed the overall thing, but there's a problem. Now the first row presents the first name, but there are people, they are not interested in first names. So in order to make this thing more sensible, I'm going to take out the first name from all the columns. Oops, Shift N, delete. Okay, Sally's out. Oops, why it is not deleting? Okay, delete, out, all the rest. Now if you look at the data, it should make some sense. Alright, it does make sense. Now let's play with the last name. Okay, so now you know the call span and the row span, wherever you want to go. Now I want my last name to be aligned right. So what I can do is align is equal to right. Alt Fs, let's hit refresh. Now please remember, this thing align works at a cell level. Right now we saw height, width and other attributes which was affecting everywhere. Now if I have made the changes onto this cell, then only this cell will take the action. Okay, so likewise this guy has moved to the right. Now if you look at this guy is bit hanging somewhere, I don't know, some garden. So let's bring him down. So this is a first name. I'll say I want this guy to be at the bottom, let's say. So I'll say no, I'll say align. First we'll go align because we just did the align part, and I'll say right, so it has the same effect as the last name. So again, first name has moved to the right. Now let's go back, and there's a special attribute called as valign. Valign means vertical align, and I'm saying take this guy at the top. So what will happen is, now this guy is gonna touch the top and it will stay onto the right. So this is awesome. At the very same time, you can configure this guy for bottom if you wish. It depends how you want to make your data, where your data makes more sense, right? So I guess I have covered everything. Let me check. I have covered, okay, height, width, call span, row span. Call span means how many columns you're capturing. Row span means how many rows you're gonna capture. Align means where do you want to align, left or right, and valign means vertical, top, bottom, right. Alright, so I hope this video gives you an idea how can you control your table and look and feel the way you wish, right? So if this video helps you in some way, then guys, please subscribe to my channel, share this video with your friends, and once again, thank you so much for watching this video. Good night and take care.